we're so excited to get onto the next thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're busy working on our next 2 campaigns already, and we're really excited about it. And I think we just got wrapped up in that. And then I think the guys here at the Effies called Dean and said, pineapple's not coming.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And then they gave us 2 tickets, and that's how we got
Yeah.
that's how we
We're like, okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna divide and conquer. She had another event earlier today to go to.
Yeah.
So went straight home, quickly got dressed, and then we're like, okay, we're meeting each other there in shop.
That's
But
crazy.
No, but we could have never imagined this.
Yeah.
I mean, what an honor, what an absolute privilege.
Yes.
I mean, to share a stage with SAB and like giants like Ogilvy and Joe Public and oh man, and just like it's insane.
But so what do you think you've managed to get right? Because that means you got something right?
I think, okay, so maybe a little bit of a backstory. So
Sure.
I actually hate advertising. and I actually
You're gonna say that.
No, but I mean, let me maybe redefine like what I mean there. So I mean, I hate traditional advertising, and I think that there's a lot of bad advertising out there, unfortunately. I mean, I think there's so many, like everybody's competing for your attention out there, and I think that people are not everybody is doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I think that what I'm passionate about is good advertising, good marketing, good brand messaging, and also just like being honest, just being truthful about your product, being truthful about your brand, and just doing honest advertising, right? And further to not really enjoying advertising, I also hate insurance. I mean, if you had asked me 10 years ago if I was going to be in insurance, I would have laughed because, you know, I think unfortunately it's just an absolute sea of sameness.
Yeah, true.
I think it's kind of like if you listen to the radio, if you close your eyes, you could almost, it could be any brand, it could be any insurer, right? And I think further to that, what makes me feel really gross is the other side of advertising where it's scare tactics. It's like there's a vivid picture of a house burning in the background, scaring you into feeling like you have to get this. And I
Is
think,
your house insured?
you know what I mean? And then life insurance, your family, you know, and just
Someone's
like
in a
instilling,
deathbed.
yes, and just instilling that fear. And, you know, I always promised myself that it was never, ever going to be the kind of marketing and advertising that I wanted to do or be part of. I wanted to just create experiences for people, good moments, happy moments, make people laugh. I don't think people laugh anymore, you know, and I think that, and also I just think brands get so caught up in wanting to mansplain their products and shove benefits down your throat. And I just think that it's boring. And I suppose of all industries, I think insurance was begging for somebody to just step in there and shake it up. And I think that Pineapple was the perfect platform, the perfect brand. I mean, I couldn't think of working for a better company. I think that the people embody what the brand is.
Yeah.
And I think I'm incredibly lucky to work with these guys. And they believe in the product. I believe in the product, you know, and I think that that's already such a beautiful starting place to create magic. And I think that I think, you know, I think with our first campaign, I mean, I was funny enough telling Eunice earlier that it's forever going to be my absolute favorite campaign, the one that was showcased tonight, because I just think that we really addressed the elephant in the room and we really broke the fourth wall with it. Because, I mean, we know who we are, we know what we do, we know what we're trying to sell people, we know how people feel about insurance. You know, it's not exactly the most exciting topic, it's not exactly oh yay, let's go get some insurance, you know. So it's like, you know, and I thought that, well, we thought that there's a massive opportunity there, and we thought let's play on that. And also we knew at the time that not really anybody knew who we are or who we were and what we did. So we're like, it's great, let's put that on a billboard. I mean, like, do you not sure who Pineapple is? Honestly same, you know. And I think I think what was really cool about that campaign as well was just 108 just unique lines that we really connected with and we thought were absolutely hilarious. And I know it's not necessarily about what you find in a boardroom hilarious.
Yes.
I think where we kind of knew we were creating a little bit of magic is everybody enjoyed at least 2 or 3. I mean, it didn't matter if you didn't enjoy any of the other billboards, as long as you connected to 2 or 3. And I think that that's how we resonated with a wider audience at the time. And we entertained them and we made them laugh. I mean, it was so, I mean, another billboard that stands out to me as well was literally a giant billboard, and at the top it said, "What's left to say about insurance?"
Yeah.
And then the rest of the billboard was blank, you know, and it's like, you know, and then another insurance ad to ruin your day.
Yeah.
Yay, you know. And I think people really enjoyed that because finally somebody who's self-aware, you know, in the space and actually poking fun at themselves. And I think that's kind of the brand that we want to build and continue building is we don't necessarily take ourselves seriously, but we take what we do incredibly seriously.
Lovely.
And I think that we're always, and I think that that's cool because you build something that's honest. I mean, I think when your public message is that honest, I think it gives you a lot of room to make mistakes as long as you're the brand that takes accountability and responsibility. I mean, we genuinely want to hear if you've had a tech issue in signing up, or maybe something happens when maybe you don't receive your policy documents, you know, we want to know. We genuinely care. We want to fix that. And we're going to continue to work to fix that and to be as perfect as we can be. So we're not perfect, but we try damn hard to be perfect.
You've cut through the clutter as a brand in the industry which was just boring. And you've kind of alluded to it and you've mentioned it, right? How do you, as a team, sit and say, actually, this idea is going to work? How do you guys gauge yourselves on, like, this idea is good enough for it to work, or better yet, maybe this is how we deem this to be good. This is our criteria of good. Because you also mentioned good a lot earlier on. So, like, how do you because good is very subjective.
It's so, oh man, I'm probably about to enter a very esoteric space. I mean,
Go ahead.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's almost like a goosebumps moment for me, where it's kind of like, I don't know, you hear something and then you almost get like goosebumps or like shivers and you're like, oh, I think we're onto something.
Yeah.
And then the stickiness of that thing, if that's, I mean, like the stickiness I'm talking about is I won't be able to go to bed at night. I'll be thinking about it and then more ideas, more lines, and it literally just won't leave me to the point where I'm excited from the moment an idea is presented through to the moment it has gone live, through to even now tonight or whenever I think about that particular campaign. And I think that that's how, well, at least for me, that's kind of how I define good work. I think kind of if you've forgotten about an idea overnight or a week later, I think it's not to say that it's not a good idea, but I think the stickiness of it and the catchiness of it is different.
Okay, I love that. So my brief with the Effies is keep things short. I think you and I have a lot to talk about.
Oh, we've got so much to talk about.
So can we make a deal on camera? So we've got proof. We've got evidence.
Eunice will drag me by the hand.
Okay.
So don't worry.
So you'll come back to the CMO Corner community and have a chat with me for over an hour.
I would love that.
Okay.
I would love that. It's a deal.
Yeah, we won, guys.
It's a deal.
Lovely. So we'll chat next year properly in the beginning of the year, so when diaries align.
Yes, please.
And we'll start the story from the beginning. And we'll start the story about you as well, which is very important. But
I would love
thank you for showing us ideas that actually work. And I think since we had the Effies, we saw that. You were awarded for that. That's incredible. Even I know other people that were not awarded, I think their work is just as credible.
Yeah. Of course.
And incredible as well. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate both of you. Amazing work. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll chat again next year.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.
Lovely.
Thanks so much, guys.
It's a wrap.
Thank you.
Cool.